Lithium batteries are everywhere today, in our mobile phones, laptop computers and cameras. In aircraft, batteries are now integral parts of several systems, ranging from the emergency locator transmitters to the APU starting system. But with the technology comes problems. In the last 10 years, we've seen a number of incidents associated with the failure of these batteries. And when they go wrong, they can release dangerous fumes, catch fire or even explode. And in an aircraft setting, that could obviously be catastrophic. I'm Steve Landells and I'm the Flight Safety Specialist at BALPA, and I've been to University College London to meet Dr. Paul Shearing, who is an expert in battery failure and thermal runaway.
Within a battery, if you get some unexpected chemistry or some unexpected electrical fault, like a short circuit, that can maybe cause some hotspots. And those hotspots generate heat, and heat can cause a range of exothermic reactions to occur within the battery. And at the point where the rate at which heat can be rejected from the cell is not matched by the rate at which heat is generated, then we've got a big problem. And when we see these thermal runaway problems, it means that the cell has gone into this irreversible breakdown, and that can lead to failures, which sometimes can be sort of relatively a slow burn failure, through to failures which can be much more catastrophic.
One of the big debates in the aviation world at the moment is where these batteries should be carried. Now, BALPA has been pushing to have devices that are run on lithium batteries to be carried in the cabin only. At the moment, there are no restrictions in carrying things like laptops or large personal electronic devices in hold baggage. Would you have any thoughts on where these batteries are best carried on an aircraft?
I think that if you look at a typical mobile phone battery, this is a bit bigger than a typical mobile phone battery. It's about 4.5 amp hours, so a bit bigger than one you might find in a typical smartphone. But that packs quite a lot of punch. And in examples where there have been lithium-ion battery fires on planes, I think there was one from an Air France plane, a transatlantic plane, where a battery fell down into this reclining seat mechanism. The flight crew were trained and able to react to that quite quickly, extinguish the fire, and there were no problems. If that was left unchecked in the hold for a significant period of time, obviously there is the danger that that could propagate. So I think the belt and braces approach really is to restrict lithium-ion battery transport to an area where it's monitored.
Paul Shearing is working to identify what happens when a battery fails so that the design can be improved and safety measures put in place. With the increasing application of this type of battery in aviation, that's a vital step for flight safety.
Of course, these things need to be managed effectively if they're going to be used, and there were a range of issues. For example, the Boeing Dreamliner planes that incorporated a lithium-ion battery, and there were a number of issues that was heavily publicised again in the early 2010s around those failures. I think what the Dreamliner investigations did call to attention was the importance of really robust safety engineering strategies, particularly for aerospace environments, because they are so safety critical environments to understand. And in recent months we've been working extensively with NASA to try and evaluate different types of batteries that they're sending up onto the International Space Station for use in the spacesuit when astronauts go on spacewalks. And again, they obviously at NASA have very, very stringent safety, reliability, durability concerns. But given the right checks and measures, the right QC, the right monitoring protocols, there's no reason that I see why lithium-ion batteries can't be used effectively in aerospace applications.
Lithium batteries are here to stay, and for BALPA, the priority has to be understanding how we can embrace this technology while still putting flight safety first.